And as you take your next inhale, let's reach the arms up towards the sky. Inhale, big chest opening here. And as you exhale, let's come into our seated forward fold. So very gently, you're going to go ahead and hinge forward at the hips, folding forward, just feeling the hamstrings stretch out a little bit here. So make sure you're not rounding your back too much. Just want to stretch out the hamstrings here. Take one more big breath here. And as you exhale very gently, you can hinge back out. We're going to come into a twist from here. So this time you're bringing your right leg right across your left thigh. Inhale as you reach the right arm up. Exhale, you twist over your right shoulder. Spine stays nice and tall. And inhale, come back to center. We're going to find the same pose on the other side. So uncross that leg. This time you cross the left over the right. Inhale, left arm reaches up this time. Exhale, twist over that left shoulder. Spine stays nice and tall. And inhale, you can come back to center. Let's uncross the legs from here and make our way into a child's pose. So crossing up the ankles if you can. Coming onto all fours, you bring your big toes together. Knees are apart. Sit your hips back and just stretch the upper body out. Forehead to the mat. And just tune into your breathing here. Feel the hips opening up. Take one more big inhale here. And exhale very gently. Let's come back up onto all fours, taking our cat and cow position from here. So you're in your tabletop position. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Tailbone is up. Exhale, curl and contract, push into the mat. We'll go for 4 more. Inhaling here. And exhale as you push and contract. And take your last one here. Inhale, pull the chest forward. And exhale, curl and contract. Amazing job. We'll take our final little warm-up move here. You're going to come back into a little toe squat. If this is bothering your toes for any reason, you can go ahead and come up here kneeling. We're just taking some side bends from here. So inhale as you bring your left hand to your hip. You're reaching your right arm up as you inhale. And then as you exhale, you're side bending over to the left. Stretching out that right oblique. And as you inhale, you can drop that arm. We'll go do that on the other side. This time, right hand is on the right hip. Inhale, reach the left arm up. Exhale, side bend over to the right, deep oblique stretch here. And inhale, you can come back to center. Let's walk our hands forward and find our first downward facing dog. Hands are past the shoulders. You bring your hips up and back. And just take a couple seconds to get comfortable here. So maybe pedaling out the feet, getting the heels towards the ground. Just hanging out here for a little bit. And when you feel ready, you can make your way to the top of the mat, however you would like. So stepping or hopping forward, hands come to the hips. Let's take a nice big inhale as we hinge on up. Coming to take a stand, and we'll find our chair pose from here. Big toes are together, heels are apart. You're going to sit your hips back. Weight is in your heels and you're tucking your abdomen in slightly. Hands can extend right past the ears if that feels good. We're going to hold it here, doing the whole body work. Take one more big breath here. And as you inhale, you're powering out of your legs. Drop your hands towards your hips. We're coming into revolved hand to toe from here. So you're balancing on your right leg. Left leg is going to lift up. You're bringing your right hand towards that knee. Inhale, you're in this position. Exhale, you're going to reach your left arm out and twist over. Now, just a little option here. If you'd like to challenge yourself a little bit more here, making the pose a little harder, you can grab a hold of your toe with your 2-piece fingers and straighten that leg out. Either way, spine is nice and tall. Full body pose here. Take one more big inhale here. And as you exhale, start to bend into that leg if you had it straight. And we're going to come into our toppling tree pose from here. Your weight is over that right leg. You're flipping your palms. Weight is right over that foot. Now your body doesn't have to be parallel to the ground for this one, like in Warrior 3. We're just really balancing on that leg. Take one more big inhale here. And as you exhale, let's find our standing splits, fingertips towards the mat. You're kicking that left leg up. Hips are staying squared as you squeeze that glute to lift the leg up even higher. You're breathing throughout these poses. And as you exhale very gently, let's drop our left leg towards the ground. Heel is off the mat. We're coming into our high lunge. Inhale here. And exhale, we stay here. Bend that front knee generously. Hips are squared and facing forward. Take one more big inhale here. And as you exhale, let's drop the left knee slightly towards the ground, holding a low lunge. Most of your weight is in that front leg. Inhale here. And exhale. Come on out of that pose. We're going to come into our pyramid from here. So left leg is grounded on the mat at about a 45-degree angle. Hips are squared and facing forward. Let's inhale here. And as you exhale, hinge at the hips. You're going to either stay here if you can maintain a flat back, if you feel that hamstring stretch enough. If you'd like to progress, bring your fingertips towards the mat, knee to the nose, and just fold over that front leg. Take one more big inhale here. And as you exhale very gently, you're going to bend into that front knee. We're going to come into a high plank from here. So framing that foot, bringing that leg back. And from here, we're going to take some oblique crunches. So inhale, you reach your right leg up. As you exhale, you bring the elbow to knee. So you crunch, you exhale each time you crunch. Just for 5, 4, 3. Really squeeze the oblique. 2, and 1. Amazing job. Bring that leg back and we take our vinyasa. So inhale in your high plank. Exhale, drop to your knees if you need to, chaturanga. Inhale into your cobra. And exhale back to your downward facing dog. Amazing job. You can head out here for a couple breaths if you feel comfortable, or you can grab water if you would like. Preparing to do that on the other side. So coming back into our downward facing dog. Take one big inhale here. And as you exhale, you're going to walk your hands to meet your feet again. Coming back into our chair pose from here, just bring your hands towards your hips. Inhale as you hinge on up. And exhale in your standing position. I'm just going to turn so that you'll be able to see me. So coming back into chair pose, big toes together, heels are apart. Sit your hips back. Most of the weight's in the heels. Legs are almost parallel to the ground. You can extend your hands right by your ears if that feels comfortable. Holding it here for a couple more deep breaths. You can do it. And take one more inhale as you power on out of your legs. Drop your hands towards your hips. We're coming into revolved hand to toe again. So balancing on your left leg this time, you're bringing your right leg up, either holding onto the knee as you inhale here, and then exhale, twisting over, opening the right arm out. And then again, if you'd like, you have that option to straighten that front leg. Keeping the spine nice and tall. Take one more big inhale here. And as you exhale, start to bend into that leg if you had it straight. Coming into toppling tree again. We're balancing on that front foot, bringing your weight over that foot as well. Flipping the palms. Again, you don't have to be parallel to the ground for this one. We're just balancing over that front leg. Take one more big inhale here. And as you exhale, release your fingertips to the ground, standing splits. You're kicking that leg up, engaging the glute, keeping your hips fairly squared and stable. Maybe with each breath, you feel that leg get a little higher. Then one more big inhale here. And as you exhale, we're dropping that foot towards the mat. Coming into that high lunge again. Inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, you're in your high lunge, bending that front knee generously. Take one more big inhale here. And as you exhale, let's come into that low lunge hold. You're bending the back knee as well, holding it here. Most of the weight is in that front leg. Take a couple deep breaths here. I know this is a burner. One more big inhale here. And exhale, you power out of that leg, coming into pyramid again. Hands are coming onto the hips. Back leg is planted on the ground at about a 45-degree angle. Hips are squared and facing forward. We inhale here. Then as you exhale, we're hinging forward at the hips, either staying here halfway or going all the way to the mat if you would like. Nose to knee, stretch that hamstrings out. And from here, we can start to bend into that front knee, coming back into our high plank. Frame the foot as you bring that leg back. And we'll take those little oblique crunches one more time on the other side. So inhale, reach your left leg up toward the sky. Exhale, you bring elbow to knee. We crunch 5 times. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Amazing job. Release that leg back. We will take our vinyasa from here. Inhale in your high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale into your cobra pose. And exhale back to your downward facing dog. Amazing job. Feel free to hand out here again, or you can grab water as we set up for our next little sequence. So from here, we're going to come to take a seat on the mat, coming into our boat pose. So you're on the top part of your glutes and you're just sitting yourself back like this. You want to engage your core here, so make sure you're not slumping back like this. Spine stays nice and straight. If you can, you're lifting your legs up toward the sky. If this is a little bit too much, just keep the heels on the ground. So we're going to hold it here. You're tucking your abs, engaging the whole body here. Again, making sure the back isn't rounding. You hold it here for a couple deep breaths. And now if you can, let's twist over to the left side. Hands are in a prayer position. And inhale, let's come back to center. Twist over to the other side if you can. And inhale, come back to center. We're releasing the hands out. Take one big inhale here. And as you exhale, let's lower down nice and carefully. Hands and lower body meet the ground. And from here, shuffle your legs in towards your glutes. We're going to take a bridge pose from here. So hands are right outside your body. Take a nice big inhale as you fill your body up with air. And as you exhale nice and gently, you're squeezing your glutes, lifting your hips up towards the sky. Little option here, if you can shuffle your hands underneath your body and make a little fist, you can do that as well. You just want to be engaging your glutes here. So making sure you're not arching the back. Holding it here, feeling the glutes squeeze. Take one more big inhale here. And exhale, if you had your hands underneath you, you can very gently shuffle them out. Drop your hips down towards the ground. And you're going to lift your right leg up towards the sky, keeping the left foot grounded on the mat. We're going to take some single leg crunches from here. So your hands are coming up. You inhale here. Exhale, you crunch up just for 10, 9, really squeeze the abs here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Amazing job. Let's switch from here. Other leg is up. We exhale each time you crunch for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Amazing job. Bring your legs back down. Let's just go for a low boat hold from here. So hands are underneath the tailbone. Your legs are out at about a 45-degree angle, and you're lifting both upper and lower body off the ground. Pull your belly button in towards the mat. Just holding it here. We'll go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very gently lower back down. Amazing job. Let's roll onto one side of the mat. Coming back up into your high plank. And taking our vinyasa from here. So inhaling here. Exhale, chaturanga, lower back down. Inhale into your cobra stretch. Really feel the abs here, stretch out. And exhale back to downward facing dog. Amazing job. Again, you can hand out here or grab water if you'd like. Preparing to set up for our next little section. I'm just going to turn so that you'll be able to see me a little bit better. So from here, we're going to reach our right leg up towards the sky. Coming into three-legged dog, you're going to bend your knee as you open your hip up. Making sure your right hand is staying nice and grounded, so you're not splitting open to the side. Take one more big inhale here. Then as you exhale, I want you to bring that leg forward, coming into warrior one. You're planting your left leg on the ground. Foot is at about a 45-degree angle, and hips are squared and facing forward. The inhale as we lift up here. Front leg is nice and bent. Pausing here for a little bit, feeling the whole body engaged. Take one more big inhale here. And as you exhale, let's open up to warrior two. So you're squeezing that front knee open. Your arms are right out by your sides. Legs are in one line. Taking a couple deep breaths here. And as you exhale, let's reverse our warrior. Left arm comes down, right palm flips up. Gaze can be towards the sky. Take one big inhale here. And as you exhale, let's come back into our warrior two. We're gonna come for our warrior three now. So hands come to the hips. You're turning your feet forward nice and carefully. Take a nice big inhale here. And as you exhale, you kick off that back leg. And we're coming into our warrior three. So this time you're trying to get your body almost parallel to the ground. Hips are staying squared and facing forward. Hands can be at whatever expression you find helpful, whether that's on the hips or at prayer. Just take a nice big inhale here. And as you exhale very gently, let's start to come back up. I'm going to take a stand and let's go ahead and come back into our downward facing dog from here, hinging at the hips nice and gently and walking your feet back into your downward facing dog, taking a nice big inhale here. And from here, we'll come into our vinyasa again. So inhale in your high plank, exhale chaturanga, lower down, inhale upward or cobra rather, and exhale downward facing dog. Amazing job. We're going to do that one more time on the other side. I'm just going to turn so that you'll be able to see me. So back in your downward facing dog, let's reach the left leg up towards the sky this time. Bend the knees, open the hip up nice and wide. Feeling that glute squeeze. Take one more big inhale here. And as you exhale, we're swinging that leg forward, coming into warrior one again. So planting that back foot at about a 45-degree angle and lifting up from here into your warrior one. Hands lift up. Core is nice and strong here, bending into that front knee generously. Take one inhale here. And as you exhale, we open up to warrior two on the other side. Feet are in one long line. Gaze can be over that front shoulder as you squeeze that left knee open. Pausing here, taking one more big inhale. Then as you exhale, let's reverse our warrior. Right leg goes down, or right arm rather. Left palm flips up. Again, core is nice and strong here. Take one more big inhale here. And very gently, let's come back into warrior two. Preparing to go back into warrior three, bring your hands towards your hips. We're pivoting our way forward. Once you feel comfortable here, you're gonna push off that back leg and coming into your warrior three, you're bringing your torso forward. Feet and torso are in one long line. Letting your weight over that front leg. And again, if you fall out of it, it's no big deal. Happens to everyone. Take one more big inhale here. And exhale very gently. Let's start to hinge our way back up into our standing position. And we'll take our final vinyasa for class. Inhale, arms reach up towards the sky. Exhale, you fold forward, fingertips towards the mat. Inhale as you take your halfway lift, maintaining that flat back. And exhale, plant the palms, step it back to your high plank. Take a nice big inhale here. And exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale into your cobra stretch. And exhale back to your downward facing dog. Amazing job. Take one big inhale here. And exhale. Let it go through the mouth. Amazing job. Come into your child's pose from here. Big toes are together, heels are apart. Or knees rather. Sit your hips back and just stretch your upper body out. Forehead to the mat. Just feeling your breathing slow down a little bit here. And nice and careful, you can start to walk your hands forward, coming back onto all fours. And we'll come to take a seat from here. Just stretching out the body a little bit before we come into Shavasana. So coming into our pigeon pose from here, you're just going to cross your left leg, or your right leg rather, over the left knee, flexing at the foot and just shuffling your hips forward slightly, keeping the spine nice and straight until you start to feel that glute engage. Keeping the chest nice and open. So you feel your breathing slow down a little bit. And as you exhale very gently, you can shuffle your hips back very gently, uncross that leg, and you'll find the same pose on the other side. So this time, left ankle crosses over the right knee. Flexing up the foot again, you're going to shuffle your hips forward, keeping the spine nice and tall. Chest nice and proud here, feeling the glute engage. And nice and slowly, you can start to shuffle your hips back very carefully, uncross that leg. And let's find our wide-legged forward fold. So I'll just turn so that you'll be able to see me. Legs are as wide as you would like them, flexing at the foot. Hands are right underneath your shoulders. Take a nice big inhale here. And exhale very gently. Walk your hands out and just come onto your forearms. Let gravity do the work here as you fold forward naturally. Feeling the hips open up. Just allowing your body to process everything. Just showing yourself some appreciation here for all that hard work. Take one more big inhale here. And as you exhale, come back up onto your hands and you can walk your hands back in from here. We'll just take some side bends in this wide-legged position. Left hand is right outside the left thigh. Inhale, reach the right arm up. And exhale, side bend over to the left. Gaze can be alongside the ear if that feels good. And inhale, come back to center. Let's switch sides. Left arm goes up. And exhale as you side bend over to the right. And inhale, you can come back to center. Let's go ahead and find ourselves lying down from here. So taking our last few poses, lying down on the mat, setting up for a laying spinal twist. So come to lie down on your mat from here. And you can cactus shape your arms so that they're at about a right angle in your elbows. You're going to take a nice big inhale here. And then as you exhale, you're very gently going to drop both hips over to the left side, keeping the chest nice and open, and just breathing very deeply into that low mid-back region. Softening your shoulders here as well, and your jaw. And as you take your next inhale, you can find both legs coming back up center. And before we take our spinal twist on the other side, let's just take a laying chest stretch from here. So you're going to reach your left arm right across the chest, using your other arm to very gently guide that arm forward or across your chest rather, spreading the fingertips nice and wide. Just feeling the chest muscle stretch out a bit here. And as you exhale very gently, you can release the arm back down. And we'll find our spinal twist on the other side. So this time you're dropping both your knees rather to the right side, keeping the chest nice and open. Again, softening the shoulder towards the ground. Feeling the chest open up and breathing into that mid-back area. Again, feeling your breathing slowing down, as well as your heartbeat. Take one more big breath here. And as you exhale very gently, let's lift both knees back up. Taking our final little move here, that chest stretch on the other side. This time using your left arm to guide your right arm right over the chest, spreading the fingertips nice and wide as you feel that chest muscle stretch out a bit. Breathing nice and deeply here. Feeling everything in the body start to slow down. Take one more big inhale here. And as you exhale very gently, release your hands back towards your sides. And you can stretch your legs out here and make yourself comfortable as we come into Shavasana. Final little resting pose here. Feel your chest open up towards the sky. Feel every part of your body becoming heavy. Just allowing yourself to enjoy these next few moments here as your body and mind processes all the work it's done. And nice and slowly, let's prepare to wake on up from our Shavasana. Very gently, maybe start to roll your wrists and your ankles a little bit. Just getting some movement back into the body. Maybe blinking your eyes open nice and carefully. And let's roll onto one side nice and carefully if that feels good into the fetal position. Just pausing here for a little bit as you bring your ear towards the mat. Taking one final breath here. And exhaling very gently as you come to take a seat in a position that's comfortable for you today. So maybe that's cross-legged or maybe that's with your legs stretched out. Feel free to choose whatever's working for you today. And we'll finish class off with one big inhale here. So inhale, reach the arms up towards the sky. And exhale, bring the hands to the heart if that feels comfortable for you. Thank you so much for doing this practice with me. I hope you all have a lovely week. Namaste. And my apologies, I think my mic died in the middle of the practice.
No, you were fine, Giselle. Thank you so much for your service, and everyone, congratulations to have completed 30 more minutes towards your overall wellness.
Yes, amazing job, everyone. Hope you all have a wonderful week.
You too. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good weekend. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.